Well, isn't this another fine how do you do? Oh my goodness. Woke up to this morning. I've already had a delay on my flight by an hour and a half because I planned ahead and have a 3.5-hour connection in Chicago. I should be able to make my next flight out to Brussels. But oh my goodness, this isn't going to be much fun to fly in. Anyway, here we are, about to go on another adventure. Good morning. I am here at the Salt Lake International Airport on a very snowy Tuesday morning, off on my next adventure. I'm so excited. I am off to Spain and Portugal. I have a long travel day ahead of me. The flight's already been delayed because of the snow and leaving an hour and a half late, but fortunately I have a long layover in Chicago, and then I'm off to Brussels and then finally Madrid, which I should get to tomorrow. So I got to go through TSA. Yay for TSA. I highly recommend it. And here we go. This is Concourse B. This is the thoroughfare. It's all blue. I guess this is to keep people calm. Okay, now I'm at my gate. Now I can calm down. I don't know what it is about airports that causes such anxiety. I mean, I'm here 2 hours before my flight boards. Because, you know, they say for international flights, get here 3 hours early. But it's kind of unnecessary when you literally walk through TSA security. The baggage claim took, not claim, but dropping the bags took maybe a minute. So that's okay, because it gives us time to sit and be calm and wait for this first flight. Fast boarding. That's very exciting. I am in 20A, not quite steerage. This is one of United's commuter planes, just a little two-seater on each side. And, you know, it's a commuter plane. 3.5 hours, no TV. Oh well. Well, this has been a very uneventful flight. A little turbulence, but nothing bad. We are coming into Chicago now. That's it right down there. And made pretty good time, so I shouldn't miss my next flight. Okay, so here I am at the United Club. Paid for my yearly fee to have the credit card, get 2 United Club passes. I travel 1 time a year. This is the one stop in Chicago that I get to use this. But as per their fine print, if they have a problem, they can deny the one-time passes in lieu of those who have paid for a full year. So the only people who get to come in here today are either business class, people who are members and pay that yearly fee, because the Polaris Club has closed. And so people like me and this poor guy who is so sick and just said, please, can I sit somewhere? They're just saying, no, you can't do it. We're not going to honor your pass. We're not going to honor the one thing, the $53 pass for the day. Now, if I walked up and tried to buy it and pay another $53, they might do it. Well, it worked. Pull out the Karen and you get in. If I made a big enough fuss. So I have about 30 minutes until my flight starts boarding. So I'm going to have myself a quick little salad and we're going to call it good. So it's a little chaotic getting onto these big international flights. 3 seats, 3 seats, 3 seats. So you can see how far across it goes. And it's crowded. Anyway, I got room in the overhead bed and now I'm going to watch a movie and then go to sleep. Good morning. Day 2. I made it to Brussels. Oh my God, Brussels airport is massive. It is probably one of the biggest airports I've ever been through. It took a good 25 minutes to get from where we landed over to the A terminal, and had to go through, security, of course. So that was a line that you've got to be prepared for, time-wise. Anyway, they have not left yet. I made it by a few minutes. Yay for me. Here we are. finally landed in Europe. And okay, it was a really long, pretty horrible flight coming in, a lot of turbulence, very, very uncomfortable. And I was squished in my seat, so I had no room to move around. But we're here now, so we're just going to make the best of it. And another 2.5 hours out to Madrid, another hour down to Toledo, and then I can finally rest. Travel days are hard, man. They are just hard. So I get to the Madrid airport. I have to walk a very long way from my plane, getting my luggage, which it came. So I guess there's a happy thing. All the way down to the car rental, which is like at the end of Terminal 1. Just so you know, it's a long walk. Get to the Hertz counter. I'm a gold member. And I wait patiently, get up to the counter, and the guy was so snarky. He was so rude to me. He's like, well, here's what the insurance is going to cost. And I'm like, that's not what I was quoted online. That's not what it said back at home. And he's like, yes, it did. The website is the exact same. Totally argued with me. I'm like, are you calling me a liar? Anyway, instead of paying $600 for the very primo, no, that was going to be $1,000. That was going to be 1.5 times the amount of the car rental. It's going to be for the car rental. So I got the very basic one. And now, I just heard so many horror stories. So sad about being here. Not the point. Now, he said, well, you can't have a Mini Cooper because it's going to be sold next week. So I'm not going to rent it to you. I'm going to give you a better car. And I'm like, oh, a better one? What's that about? And he says, yeah, I'm going to give you a mid-sized SUV. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. The entire point of renting the Mini Cooper was for these insane roads here in Europe, in these little old towns, which shouldn't have cars on them anyway. So anyway, now I'm just sitting here waiting because they've transferred a Mini Cooper over from, I don't know, somewhere else, some corporate place. So it's ridiculous that I have to be a Karen to get what I've actually already paid for. Like, I don't really understand this trip. I'm a little bamboozled by it. And it could be just because I'm tired. But travel's not that much fun anymore. It's just not. So, all right, I'm just going to sit here and drink this nasty cup of coffee and hope that I can drive to Toledo without getting in a car accident. At last, something has gone my way. Look how cute this is. Yeah, little Mini Cooper. It's even got 4 doors. Okay, let's check her out. Here I am. Finally made it to my first destination here in Toledo, Spain. This is the Airbnb that I have rented. I spin around and that's it. There is this kitchenette with a washer and dryer, bed, bathroom, and it's got a tub. It's your basic. But what a nightmare. What a nightmare to get in. Oh, and wait for it. I got a ticket for the, okay. In order to access this, one, there is a code that they don't send you, and it's like this button that you just push. It's a link, and then you push the button for the outside on the street one. But before you can do that, you have to park your car somewhere. So the only space there is right up the street, which has nothing but green painted parking spaces for residents only. So I typed up a whole note saying, hey, I'm just running into the apartment to get the key or the fob to get into the garage. I translated it into Spanish, put it in my window, said I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Please don't ticket me. And They ticketed me anyway. And she had written instructions about how I was supposed to leave somebody in the car. Well, how are you supposed to do that as a solo traveler? Okay. Ticket aside, getting into this place with the second one, you have to turn the knob like 14 times to the left to get it. It was 3 times, and then it locked me out before I even got into this place. Put down my bag, ran back out to the car. But first I stopped by the garage on the way to make sure I knew which one to push. It wouldn't do it. There's a short in the fob. It took me so long to get it to open. And then I ran up to the car and jumped in. Seriously, not more than 5-7 minutes for the whole thing. Came back down, the garage door was shut and the fob wouldn't work again. It's got piles of cars behind me waiting. And then I finally got it to go up. And then the turn was so right angle that I had to back up twice to get the right angle, inch my way into it. Thank God I have a Mini Cooper. Like seriously, the midsize SUV would never have fit. And then it was like down like that, down to the lower level. And thank God there were no cars down there, because I had to go like through their parking spaces so I could back in. And then when I finally get my luggage out of the back of the car and I'm walking to go up to the elevator, all the lights shut out. Pitch black. Oh my God. And then I had to lug my luggage upstairs through hallways to get to the elevator. And then there were yet more stairs to come up into this apartment. What am I doing here? Good morning. It's actually afternoon. I am in Toledo, near this convent, Santa Maria Teresa, I'm not sure. And this is the old wall of the city. Have I seen the city? I have not. It has been one mishap after the other since I began this journey. It's now like 5 p.m. There is part of the old fortification. You can see steps going up. Anyway, this has been a terrible start to this adventure, and I'm very sad about that. I don't even know what to say without sounding like I'm just doing nothing but complaining, because I guess in a lot of respects I am just complaining. This has been a rough start. This is the only road coming in to this little plaza, which is covered with residential parking only. Now, they told in their instructions, park here, but leave somebody in the car in case there's a disturbance. That's how they put it. And did I have that choice? No, I didn't. So I'd written up this whole explanation of, hey, I'm just running up to the apartment to get the key to, get into the garage, this little key fob. Because they don't come and meet you. Because whatever, Airbnb hosts, they just chose not to do that. So I had to park there, and then I had to wait for it. Look how tight these roads are, and these cars come through. They don't care. There's this much of a sidewalk here, and then there's no sidewalk at all. So you got to take your life in your hands coming down here. But this is what I had to do. I had to walk down, dodging cars. Look, another one's coming. You can see from back there. This is the garage door. Janky old thing. It is the one with that sign. Look how fast these cars come through here. They do not care. So do take care when coming through. So you've got to walk down to this door. Then you've got to have your smartphone. One, you've got to have your data working, and they send you a link. And I can't show you the link, but I'll maybe insert a picture here of what that is. And then you have to get into that door. So stand by, let me get into the door. Okay, so I unlocked it, and there is a key there, which also comes on the little key fob, I guess, if that's not working. Come in here, but watch this. Last time I did this, didn't work. So don't use that, that's the light. So come in here, use the elevator. So these, I'm gonna call them hosts. They're hardly hosting anything. These people have chosen this non-contact business because, whatever, it's more convenient for them. So they've got that system to get in there, and then another lock like that through a link to get into the actual apartment, which we are about to get to on this elevator. Got to go up to floor 2, and then it's apartment J. Now, in order for me to do that, again, I had to take the stairs because I didn't figure out this elevator thing. But you come out here, you've got the steps up here, and then once again, you need to use the link. So stand by. Okay, so back at it, you press the link, press the button, and this needs to turn in this direction. See, it just swivels around. So turn it to the left, then it will open. It was very dark in here, but this is what you come into. Now, I have a better video of what it looks like. I am really spread out because I needed to repack after my trip, but this is essentially what it is. And there's a bedroom back there and a bathroom around the corner. Here's what I wanted to say. Oh, well, let me just show you what you get. So you do have this, and you could raise this. That's the balcony, and that's the view you would have if you raise this metal shutter up. I'm actually not sure which is a better view. This is very prison-like, but the view outside isn't much better. So we just closed the curtains. We sort of have, at least the semblance of not being in a prison. It's a very odd thing. And it is the same thing in here. I just keep it closed because it's just not that nice outside. Actually, oh my goodness. Well, they've got that connected up there, so you can't really open anything anyway. Now this window does open, no screen, of course, and that's what you would see if I had the screen up. That is the view of this little courtyard. Trains go by. Let me just show you down there. It's a little alleyway. Trains go by. It's pretty loud when that happens. Didn't happen that often. Okay, I know I'm gonna have to cut this out so these apparently, that's how you can raise, and you pull it out at the bottom to lower it all the way down. Didn't know that last night. Had light coming in all night long. Super fun. And then anyway, here's the bathroom. Please bring your own amenities. That is all they give you, which is a shower gel shampoo combo. Like, really? Okay. The Wi-Fi is located on this sheet of paper, which is kind of hidden off there, but that's where it's located. And they don't have a really easy one. It took me several tries, but I'm sure they change it out all the time. I'm not giving anything away. To get back to the point, for me to leave, I have to take everything down to my car. I have to take the key fob with me, unlock the garage from down there, because the button on the side, which I have another video of it not working, doesn't allow me to get out because nobody has fixed it, because whatever. I have to drive over a mile away to parking Ricardio, something like that. So I have to go down the street, turn right, go through a tower, turn right again, go up a street about, well, maybe it's half a mile up to this parking lot. And then I have to walk. I have to walk back a half a mile to return the key fob to this place. This is an absolute, I don't even know the words to explain how horrible this situation is. To force people to do this, unbelievable. Let me find a better way of putting it. If you are a solo traveler, this is the absolute worst place that you could hope to find. For me to have to go through those hoops, I asked them to come meet me here. They said they wouldn't. They were too busy to come and meet me here and hold the garage door open for me. So now I have to walk a mile with my bad knee just to accommodate them. That's the kind of hostess or host or whoever it is, since I haven't met anybody, that's the kind of host this is, that it's all about their convenience. Oh, and don't even get me started on the trash. The trash has to be taken up the street to communal trash cans, and only between the hours of 8:30 and midnight. 8:30 p.m., not in the morning. So if you have trash overnight or in the morning, you have to just pack that with you. You can't even take it to the trash can up the street, or you'll be fined 100 to 600 euro. Who has an accommodation like this and charges money for it? Anyway, I'm so appalled. I'm so appalled. I will never do this again.